Hey, what's up? I'm Nick and Knight in the studio with the one and only Sansato.
Check.
Hey, man, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you.
Thank
So,
you.
where are you coming from?
Well, I came from Cancun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been running around.
So, what were you doing in Cancun? Partying or just
no. We
touring?
actually had an event with Jorge Linares. He's a Venezuelan boxer. So I walked him down to the ring. Did a little performance there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
and so,
cool.
what was the venue?
It was just a boxing fight.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Fight, yep.
Now, so you grew up in the Dominican, is that right?
Yes.
So, do you still live in the Dominican, or do you live in the
No.
States now?
No,
Where
I
do you
was
live?
born and raised in Dominican Republic, but I moved to New York City, to the Bronx, and I pretty much grew up in Washington Heights.
Oh, wow, that's really awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
Now, what were some of your musical influences growing up?
Well, I would say, a lot of hip hop artists like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. In the Spanish, I would say Vico C, Calle 13, Teo Calderon. Those are the people that I kind of looked up to.
And so, do you pull your style from them? Do you think?
No. My style is very original, very different. I'm very versatile.
So how'd you come up with your style? Like, what makes you you? What makes Sensato special?
I don't know, man. I'm very different from everybody. Like that's pretty much why I kind of stand out, because everybody does like the same thing, and I make it funny, weird. I do it Spanglish, and I just it's very different than everybody else.
I understand. Now, so how'd you meet Pitbull? How'd you come into contact with him? Because it seems like that's a great link to make for you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I met Pit. I had my first big record was called What I Got Pitusbury. And
you say that much better than me. I've been practicing it, man. But you say way too easy, man. Way too easy.
What I Got Pitusbury.
And what is that? What does that mean?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, so that's cool.
So we made that record. That record, it was buzzing all over like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, New York, and Pitt and Little John jumped in the remix, and when we did the remix with them, is when the record really became a worldwide record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I just maintained the relationship with Pitt. Always hit him up. He's always been helping me out. Like if he had an event in New York, he'll call me. Come through. I'm gonna perform
here. You open for him. And
yeah.
So you just kept that cool camaraderie going.
Yeah.
Well, he must have believed in you, and he took you to Europe. Is that right? Is that how the Latinos in Paris got started?
Yeah. That was actually our next record that we did together. We did the Latinos in Paris, which came out really like we did it on the tour bus, just like a regular freestyle, you know what I'm saying? We just wrote it to like the beat.
Yeah.
And it became such a big record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the video, we shot it in Paris. And the video was done the same way the track was done.
Do you remember how many cities y'all went to when y'all were in Europe? Or was it just in Paris?
No, we just went to Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, because he had an event over there.
Had you been to Paris before, or was it your first time?
No.
One of my best friends, his family lives there, man. He always rants and raves about it, says it's awesome. How was it?
Oh, yeah, no, Paris is off the hook, man. Like, I was only there for 2 days, and it was awesome, you know what I'm saying?
Did you get to party up there a little bit?
Yeah.
Clubs and check it out?
Oh, for sure,
So what's the response like to Pitt over there? Are they big with Pitt also?
Oh, yeah. He had an event. He had a radio event over there in front of like thousands and thousands of people, and he actually pulled me on stage, and we did the song on stage for like the first time. Like we never even performed the song. The song had just came out, and it was just like a regular track. And he's like, "Yo, we're gonna do it on stage." And he called me up, and I went on stage, and we did it.
That's awesome, man. And that's just, it says so much about music now, where it leans hip, it leans Latino, it leans Spanish, but you can take it to Paris, and they still feel it. They still feel the vibe. It speaks volumes. Now, I guess Sac Noel. The song started in Spain, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
And then how did you get a hold of it? How did you guys get into Crazy People? How did that come about?
Rob, which is part of Pitbull's team, he had heard the beat a long time ago. And usually what I do, since I'm like a Spanish rapper, I do a lot of remixes. Like if one record is not in English, I'll redo it in Spanish, and I'll do it with my own style, and I'll put it out on the internet. And so Rob pretty much wanted me to do the same thing with this record, but this record is like a club, like a
banger.
like a banger. So he sends me the track. I do my part on it. I send it back, and then they send it back to me with Pitt's vocals and everything, just like a hit record. They send it back to me, done. And that's how that went.
Man, that's so cool, dude. Now, so far we've only heard party songs from you. Do you have do you do ballads? Do you have a softer side, or are you more the club guy?
Oh no. I have. Forget it, man. I have a record that he didn't blow up like big, but he blew up as far as New York, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and it's called El Malo with Aventura and that's like a romantic record. It's like a like a hip hop, romantic track, and that was also a big record too. We shot the video in New York and all
wow.
that.
So what was that like working with Aventura? That's one of the biggest Latin acts ever.
That was a dream come true because I'm Dominican, just like them. They're Dominicans, and they're from they were born in Dominican Republic, but they grew up in New York City, like in the Bronx and Washington Heights, just like me. Yeah. So for me to get to do a collab with them was like
dreams come true.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like I can't even believe it. You
now,
know
so Romeo Santos, I know I read that you'd been working with him. Is that the track you're working on? Or
yeah,
you're
that's
working on something else. So it's already been released. You can get a hold of that.
It's already been released.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man. Yeah. So real quick, I ask everybody who comes through, what's the best piece of advice anybody's ever given you?
The best piece of advice well, I've gotten so much advice lately, but the best one I would say is like what Pitt has been telling me. He's been pretty much teaching me a lot of stuff, and he's just telling me that, it takes time, it takes a lot of, you gotta commit, you gotta work hard, you can expect it overnight, and you gotta just walk straight, you know what I'm saying, do everything right, so then everything comes out right, you know what I'm saying?
Dedicate yourself.
Yeah, dedicate, and pretty much that's what I've been doing. I've just been following him, like, you know what I'm saying, looking up to him, and just try to fix all my little, wherever I'm slacking on, I'm trying to get it together.
Yeah, you gotta be your biggest critic.
Exactly.
Nice. Now, so you're on Twitter or Facebook? Like, how can the fans get in touch with you, man?
Yeah, they can follow me on Twitter at Sensato, and my Facebook is facebook.com/Papa Sensato.
Awesome, man.
And my website sensatosworld.com.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. I love the single, Crazy People, man. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's a wrap. All right. Cool, man.